Good morning. Good morning. Oh, good morning, y'all. This is Miss JJ, Jacqueline Richardson, Deja, Jackie, whatever y'all call me. I am on live, but I woke up kind of late today, so I'm doing some of my house cleaning and making up my bed and stuff while I'm talking to y'all. So that's what y'all see me doing on live right now. Of course, those that's listen to my podcast via Spreaker, iTunes, or whatever, y'all can't see me. The weather's kind of chilly, so I don't like being too cold. You know, it hurts my bones. You know, when you're getting older. So I choose to do it inside now. But right now, I am making up my bed and get my day going. It's just that y'all gonna have to be a part of it today. And I do apologize about that. But this is real life. And today, we want to thank God for giving us another day. You know, if you woke up this morning and you're healthy, you don't have corona, you're doing great. And today I want to talk about our eating habits and healthy eating, prepping your body. For y'all that know, some of y'all know, some of y'all don't know, I am an employee of Amazon. And being an employee of Amazon has been a wonderful experience so far. And Amazon want a lot of you to come join us. And y'all can apply at amazon.com/jobs. No, I'm sorry. Amazon.com/apply. They would like y'all to come and join us. And make sure you ain't got no marijuana in your system, no drugs in your system. Because they don't play that. So I'll tell y'all to always be ready when something presents itself to you. You know, if you're ready, you don't have to get ready. And I'll tell y'all that all the time. So, with that being said, y'all weed smokers that want to be with us, put it down so you can get this money. The holidays are coming. They need the help, and they would love to have you. Uh-oh. I'm pulling out plugs. Oh, my LED lights. I think I'm going to get the colorful ones. I know Egypt is going to get her some colorful ones. I'm not really into the color like that. That's more the kids. They like all that. And later I might do some TikToks in Egypt's room because she has that light that changes colors and stuff. Blue, red, you know, she has that stuff. So I'm going to her room and maybe do a TikTok or two. But yeah, come join us at Amazon. Yeah, hiring in 20 states. All you gotta do is put your zip code in and see which Amazon is available close to you. For my New Yorkers, I believe they have one in Staten Island. It's worth the travel. because they pay well. So, got good benefits. So take the chance. You never know. It can be your new career. Anyway, we're going to talk about eating healthy, especially while you are working. Us as laborers, we take it for granted that we don't have to take care of our bodies, and once again, I'm going to tell y'all again, when I worked at Frito, they taught us how to stay healthy. When I first started working for them, I was eating the same thing everybody else was eating, but they gave us this health class, and the reason why they gave it to us because they paid for our insurance. And if you're always in the hospital, sick with something, they have to pay for it. Not only do they have to pay for it, they're missing you at work. So they need you, okay? So this is one of the reasons why they would give us a health class and give us ways to work out, to stay fit, so the work that we do won't hurt our bodies, and we have to really take these things serious, people. When I'm at work, I see a lot of people, they be heating up all kind of meals. Chicken, you can smell it with gravy, all kind of stuff. They be collard greens, last night's dinner. And a lot of that food wears the body down, mentally and physically, So the point that I'm trying to get at is eating that heavy during the time that you're working, it's not really good for you, and the work that we do, we're not moving around a lot, so you can't burn it off. The food is just sitting on your body. So you got to be aware of stuff like that, that's how a lot of people get high blood pressure, because when you put that extra force on your body, and I'm going to tell y'all what happened to me, okay, and this was recently, but I know my body, so I know how to fight it. I went to work on Saturday, and my body was fine, but my feet was hurting me real bad. And it's because me standing on my feet and I'm putting that extra pressure, and with me being heavier than I used to be, it really puts that wear and tear on my feet and my legs. So I started gaining inflammation in my feet. My feet swelled up. My knees started to swell. I can feel the pain in my knees. I can feel the pain in my legs. And I started to buckle. But the person that I am, being that I detox every single day, I was able to get that inflammation out of my body, and I'm going to tell y'all today what I use to get inflammation out of my body and get it out fast. B6, B12 is one of the biggest vitamins to help release that excess water in your body. And that's how people, blood pressure go up. Why people, we get pain in our bodies because we have so much water and inflammation in our bodies. So we have to learn how to release that. Granted, yeah, it's going to make you urinate a lot, but it's a good thing because you're getting out all of those bad toxins, and our body gets bad toxins every single day. Every day that you wake up and you breathe the air, you're going to get bad toxins. And it's the same way even with the COVID, we don't know how we're getting this thing. This is why they're keeping our mouths covered with the mask. They're keeping us 6 feet apart, But if a person took off their mask or their nose is out and they breathe, it's possible that they can get these bad toxins in their body. So that's why it's good to detox every single day. But we got to make sure what we take out, we put back in, my body must have had a lot of toxins yesterday, because my body was releasing very, very heavy. And I could have been retaining water due to my menstrual, because I still menstruate. So sometimes your body, get bloated and retain water due to that as well. However, it was more excessive than normal. Okay. So that means my body must have had some toxins in it that it just didn't like and it needed to get out. And this is what, like people used to see me back in Maryland drinking lemon water with cucumbers, and that's pretty much why, They say it helps you lose weight. I don't know about that, but I do know it keeps your vitamin C up, and it also helps you build an immunity to a lot of bad things, and detox your body. You will pee, and pee. I always tell people, you're drinking that lemon water, get ready because you're going to be using the bathroom. Well, I don't step my game up, okay? And I want y'all to step your game up too. And I put lime in my water. Lime is nasty. And a lot of people don't even like the lemon water, okay? But you get used to it, just like you get used to anything else, especially when you know it's good and healthy for your body, So with that being said, I've stepped my game up, and now I've added lime into my water. And my body is releasing more and more toxins, okay? The reason why I'm telling you guys this is because we're fighting this battle with the COVID. The flu season is coming around, and we have to take care of ourselves, okay? We notice that when we're tired, we don't eat the proper foods when we go to work. We just don't do it. You want to snack here, snack there. Find a way to get your greens in you. Me personally, I eat healthy pretty much at home, when I'm cooking. But when I come home from work, I don't want to be cooking no whole meal, So I'm going to miss out on some of my greens. And that's when I would use a smoothie. They have the company, y'all know I was big on Naked. That was my drink. Back in Maryland, every day I had to have a Naked. I would drink either the green one or the purple one, which is the purple one is the blueberries, the berry family. And the green one is pretty much greens. Our body needs that every single day, and we miss out on that. So I've learned to just take a cup of that every day when I can't get a whole meal of my greens, And these are the things that we have to do in order to keep our bodies healthy. People see me and they say, oh, you look young, you look fit. And I am. However, I do have other issues that I'm going through. Like I'm losing my hearing a little bit. As you get older, these are the things that happen, and you have to deal with it. You know what I mean? I'm losing my hearing a little bit. And everybody kept telling me, why are you talking loud? Well, even with my music, when I produce my music sometimes, my music will be extra loud. To me, it ain't loud because my hearing is going bad. But it's not going totally bad because I'm older. It's going bad because my ears were damaged when I was a little bit younger. My grandson, when he was a baby, I try not to hold him to it because he was a baby. But he did do the damage. He stuck a pin in my ear. And it hurt my eardrum, So now that I'm getting older, it's starting to affect me even more. So I'm having a problem hearing. It's funny. Today, I thought it was my daughter's appointment to go to the doctor. And the lady said, I told her, I can get a call about my daughter's appointment. And she said, oh, because the appointment is not until December. I thought she said September. It's December. Okay? So I missed out on that because of my hearing, So I got to go check my hearing out. And this is the other thing, people. Get regular physicals because you never know what's going on with you, until you go to the doctor. And the sooner you find out about it, the faster you can start addressing it. And I told y'all once before on my last podcast how I go to the doctor, and I'm thankful for Charlotte because they will actually send you your blood results, so you know what to work on. It's easy for a doctor to say to you, you're having this issue, okay? But when you physically see it, and understand what you're seeing, it affects you a lot different, and give you more incentive to want to stay healthy and want to live. And that's the key, people. A healthy lifestyle. When I came to Charlotte, these people here wasn't healthy, and they really, really bullied me really bad, and I thought, that maybe I was going too hard with it, with this eating healthy thing. But the more and more I see people getting sick, and the younger, this is the thing, young people, I'm looking at young people that's on high blood pressure medicine, diabetes medicine. Of course, diabetes can happen as a child, but when you got these young people that the children wasn't born with it, and they're gaining these things as they get older, that's the effect that you have put on your body. You know what I mean? So when I see these things, and I say to myself, like, wow, why are y'all doing this to yourselves? You know what I mean? We have a love and addiction for food, and it's okay that you have a love and addiction for food, but we have to know how to do it in moderation. And that's where people mess up at, and know what you're eating. Like, okay, I'm used, for instance, Maryland. They're big on cake, okay? Now, cake has a lot of things in it that's good for you, okay, whether you know it or not. And it will give you protein. I couldn't understand it, and they're big on pizza as well, okay? And you would think, you would say these things are unhealthy, but when you look at the actual stuff that's in it, and you read the packaging, some of the stuff is actually healthy for you, even though that you think is bad for you. And some of the things that you think is good for you is really unhealthy for you, okay? Or it may be unhealthy for you with your situation, okay? So this is why we have to pay attention. We have to do the research to find out what's good for us and what's not good for us, okay? Now, like this morning, I was in a rush. I boiled me 2 eggs, okay? I was big on eating 2 eggs in the morning to get my protein, okay? And it used to help me because I don't eat much meat. However, my doctor came to me and said, you're getting older, and I can see where you be getting a lot of protein and cholesterol. He said, what are you eating? I said, well, I eat eggs every morning, boiled eggs. And he said, well, if you were younger, I would say okay. He said, but being that you're getting older, I want you to get rid of it, okay? So I was like, wow, because that was my thing, to have 2 boiled eggs in the morning. I would go to the Wawa and grab me. They have them in a package, the 2 boiled eggs. And I'll put some pepper on it. I don't do salt. I very rarely do salt because I use the salt that's already in food. I don't add no salt on my food, I use mainly herbs, and I told y'all this once before. I'm a big herb person, I might use a little bit if it doesn't have no flavor. But if it has, how some people, you go to the restaurant and they want to add all this extra, that's not me. Only thing I would use extra is pepper. I'm a pepper fiend, okay? And pepper is not harmful to your body. So actually, pepper is actually a good thing for your body, which I didn't know. I'm going to tell y'all something too, growing up. I don't know if y'all know about my brother, my oldest brother, not my baby brother that passed away. I'm talking about my oldest brother now. My oldest brother, he used to eat grits, right? And he had to have apple cider vinegar on the grits. I never understood it, But when you look at my brother's skin, his skin was flawless. He had that he called himself butter pecan tan. That's what he called himself. You know, he had that beautiful skin. He wasn't as light as my mom, but he was in between. Like, how can I explain it? I don't know if y'all seen Kurt, but his skin was like flawless. I just, I'm just giving it to you the way I've seen it, And he been eating this apple cider vinegar since he was a kid. Okay? And I didn't understand why his skin looked the way it did. So I started, with the apple cider vinegar. And then I saw my skin starting to get like his, It's crazy. I learned this from my brother. You know what I mean? However, the point that I'm trying to make, a lot of these things that taste nasty or you think may be nasty is very healthy for you. You got to clean the toxins out your body, My brother was one of the ones that taught me about not busting bumps, even though every time I see a bump, I got to bust it. I can't have no bumps on me. But he was the one like, no, this detoxify your body, And like I said, I learned this from my oldest brother. So I've been in the mark of being trained since young how to detoxify my body and stay healthy, Getting back to the B12, B6, especially with us women, we need that complex. I've learned that back in Maryland, that we have to have that complex. We can't just have the B6 or the B12. We have to have them both. And that's what helps us release all that excess water in our bodies. So we won't get high blood pressure. So we won't get inflammation. I woke up yesterday with swollen feet. I couldn't get my foot in my shoe. Okay, by the afternoon, my feet was feeling fine because I had the things in my body that was needed. If I would have had them in my body the day before, I might have not even had swollen feet. So this is why I'm coming to y'all with this, because we have to learn to not only do it when we feel a certain way, to do it before the fact, so that way it won't happen. So now I woke up this morning, I don't have swollen feet. Because I took what I needed yesterday. So y'all get what I'm saying? I want to talk about basil. Me and my daughter, we was at the market the other day. And she said, Mom, they ain't got no basil. And I said, what do you mean they don't have no basil? I need basil. I was in the store bugging. And the man was looking at us. And he was like, well, here's basil. I said, no, I don't want that one. I want another one, because I eat basil on all my food. And it's a very good health property. People don't know about it. Not too many people know about it. It comes from the old school. But basil is very good for you, especially when it comes to anxiety, your premenstrual, stress. Basil helps tremendously. A lot of people kept telling me, the blueberries will help with menopause and all that stuff. I'm still not menopausing. Every time I go to the doctor, to the OB, they test my blood. I'm still not premenopausing, and I'm 50 years old. And that's because of the properties in basil, So I just want to throw that out there for the older ones that listen. If you want to try to not say reverse time, we're not trying to reverse time, but take the stuff that God put out there for us to live. See, that's where we mess up at. We keep going and living by these worldly things instead of doing the things that God has put here on the earth for us. And basil is right here on the earth for us. Actually, I'm growing some outside, so you don't have to go to the store and buy it. You can actually grow it yourself, and you can put it in the oven. There's YouTube videos to show you how to dry it out and keep it in a canister so you can have it all year round, because it doesn't grow all year round that well. So, with that being said, these are the things that we need, and we have to do our research, people. Take the time out and live. As long as you got breath in your body and you're feeling fine, your body's not hurting you, you can do anything you want. My daughter's 11. So I had to reverse time anyway. And I tell you, I say that to say, I can't be no old, how can I put it, decrepit, walking around with a walker at 60 because I have a teenager. She's about to be a teenager soon. I got to still be up and ready. So when these guys try to come at my baby, I'm ready for war. Not only that, how would I interact with her if I'm limping or I'm sick? Or hold on, I got to take my high blood pressure medicine, baby. Hold on. No, I can't do that. So I have to take care of myself. And I think I told y'all, that the story with my son. He was behind the refrigerator and scared me to death. And he just told me, Mommy, please take care of yourself. People make fun of the things that I do, but I do it to benefit me. If you choose to do things to benefit you and keep yourself alive and happy, more power for you. However, for those that don't, oh well, that's your choice. Just like I tell people, like with my mom, her choice was because she got cancer. She thought it was terminal. She didn't want to live through it, so she died. And that's what a lot of people do. They just don't care no more. They give up. They say that they're tired. In actuality, are you really tired, or are you tired of what you keep doing to yourself? And that's what people need to understand. Sometimes you do so much to yourself, it will make you tired. So with that being said, learn the things that you do. So it won't affect you long term, and hurt you long term. People make fun that I eat a lot of fish. I grew up on fish. My people are from Florida. They lived off of fish. I can't help that. You know what I mean? My grandpa was Cuban. This is the things that they lived off of. So I can't help who I am, and what my body, matter of fact, I'm going to go back. It was this guy I met, matter of fact, right here in Charlotte. He's from New York, though, but I met him when I got to Charlotte. And his name is Abdul. So y'all might see Abdul around somewhere. And Abdul said to me, I'll never forget, it was about 8 years ago. What's about? Maybe 7, 8 years ago, I had came down. I was on my way to South Carolina, and I stopped here in Charlotte to visit my father. And Abdul was with my dad. And Abdul had made a lot of points when we were out eating. We had went out to eat. And he was saying, people don't realize, if you don't know your heritage, you don't know what your body can take. And he was just getting real deep with it. And I'm listening to him while we eating at the restaurant, we was at the Cracker Barrel somewhere. I know it was like almost near the university area, somewhere up in there. I don't know if it's still there, but that's where we was at, like back in that way. And he's just talking to me, and I'm listening. I'm like, it makes sense, because like people kept saying to me, you got a bad stomach, eat some cabbage, eat some coleslaw. And I'm like, but that makes me sick. And they're like, how? That is very good for the intestines. And I'm like, not for my intestines. So I couldn't understand why, because like a lot of my white friends up in Maryland, they'd be like, Jackie, just eat some coleslaw, you'll be okay. And I'm like, I don't know. And even here, when I got here to Charlotte, my client, she would make fermenting. Okay, and I used to be amazed how she make the fermenting. It's a process, y'all. But she would make the fermenting, and she gave me some one day. She said, because she would eat it every day. Okay, and it didn't affect her. So she gave me some. She said, Jackie, eat you some fermenting, because you need something for your belly. Because my belly was always acting up. You know, I've had stomach problems, ulcers, and all that stuff since young. So, but anyway, long story short, she gave me just a teaspoon of fermenting. Now she eats a whole bowl. Okay, I ate this teaspoon of fermenting and decided to go shopping. That was the worst thing I could have ever did. My stomach was bubbling. I had to go. It just went straight through me. Okay, it was like a strict laxative for my body. Pain was unreal. Okay, and I said, never again will I eat this fermenting. Just tore my belly up. And I went back. I didn't even ask her what was in the fermenting. Me and my stupid self. I didn't say, hey, what's in the fermenting? If I would have known, I wouldn't have ate it. There's cabbage in the fermenting. Okay? So, like I said, every vegetable, everything is not for everybody. Okay? Like me. With wheat. Okay? A lot of people eat wheat bread. Now, my mother was eating wheat bread all her life. Okay? And I respected it. That's what she was into. The wheat is better for you, Jackie. The wheat is better for you. Nah, mommy. Bread is not good for you, period. Okay. Once again, I'm talking about my mother, and she's dead. See? And this is one of the reasons why I do my studies. Come to find out, we're not supposed to eat wheat. Some of us. Okay? It's not made for us. The same with corn. But we still eat it. But we're hurting our intestines. So this is what I'm trying to tell y'all about healthy eating. Some things that you think is healthy for you is not. Now, I had to learn, okay? And I learned this here in Charlotte, and I thank Charlotte for that. The wheat has to be refined, okay? And if the wheat is not refined, it's going to harm you. And that's why if I eat even regular bread, you'll see my stomach blow up real, boof. It affects me because I'm not supposed to have it, okay? But when I get the refined bread from my Harvest Bread Company, God bless them for coming out with the refined wheat and doing the process, the real process of the wheat to make sure people like us stay healthy that really can't have it is a wonderful thing. You know, whatever they do to the wheat, and this is why I have to have like expensive bread. You know, the Polano bread, I eat that. I can digest that because they use refined wheat as well. It's a little bit heavier, but it fills you up and it doesn't hurt your belly. Okay? I don't get that. I mean, the wheat, the fiber in the wheat does help me go, you know, like it's supposed to, but it doesn't give me that cramping where I'm like bent over, it's tearing my stomach up. And that's what happens to me when I eat wheat bread. Okay? So for me to be mixed with all of these different things, I got my dad's side, I got my mom's side, my grandpa, all this stuff in my body, and my ancestors. How do I know what to eat? Okay, so I have to try stuff first, see how it affects me, and then I let it go. Now, when I was growing up, I noticed my grandmother never ate wheat bread, you know, but my mother just picked up this thing. She had to have this wheat bread. It's healthy for you. So, you know, of course you're going to try it because that's your mother. You know what I mean? But it wasn't fit for our bodies. You know, when my mother passed away, before she passed away, the doctor said to me, when they brought her to the hospital, she kept saying her stomach hurt. That could have been a million and one things why her stomach was hurting. But I was saying to myself, her stomach always hurt. Because that's what, she just be eating stuff. Thinking this stuff is good for her. She used to be big on collard greens. Okay. Collard greens is not what's really that good for you. Even though we eat it, it's very gassy. So it hurts us more than help us. The same with kale. However, kale has better benefits for us than collard greens. So if you want to hurt your body, your stomach, eat what's going to really benefit you. Okay, which is the kale. Okay. I've always been big on kale since I was young. I forgot who told me about it. They was like, oh, you cook your collard greens, cook it. Oh, my Aunt Alice, God bless her soul. She used to say, go to the store and get me, some Sundays we'll have turnip greens, some Sundays we'll have collard greens with kale. Okay? She always mixed them because of the benefits each green give you. Okay? So that's the other thing that we have to watch out for. Collard greens is big. They grow fast. We run to the store on the holidays. We got to get all these collard greens. But the benefits is not all that great unless you mix them with other greens. Okay? This is why they have these smoothies with all the greens in it. Because this is what we need. You know what I mean? So these are the things that y'all need to look out for when y'all trying to stay healthy. We know that eating shakes or like buying nakeds, because they say it's not pasteurized, but we know it's got to be something in it in order for it to stay fresh so long. So our goal is not to run out and keep buying smoothie drinks and drinking those every day. It's better to make them fresh. I would never tell y'all a lie. It's always better to have it fresh. But with that being said, for those that can't, then you grab you up one. I'm big on smoothies because when I can't get the stuff that I need to eat, because once I start losing weight, people, I don't eat much. My belly shrinks really, really fast. And that's one of the reasons why, when I had fell out in Jersey, I went days without eating. Okay? And being dehydrated and not eating, it can actually kill you, So I have to make sure I eat because my belly shrinks really fast. And the reason why my belly shrinks really fast, back when I was 17, I had ulcers, okay? And them ulcers had to heal, so I couldn't eat. I didn't eat food for 1 year. And I lived off of Mylanta and Ensure. Just think just drinking Ensure every single day. How small your belly will be. People will tell you I was 97 pounds, for those that remember me from 153rd in Cortland. I was 97 pounds. I looked like a little girl. That's how skinny I was. And it was due to my stomach issues. However, my belly was so small, I couldn't tolerate for so much food. I had to wean myself back into eating. Okay? And I started out with pancakes. Shout out to my son's father. He the ones who made me eat these pancakes. And he told me, he said, if it starts to hurt, I'm right here. Don't be afraid, but you got to eat. And he was 100% correct. I had to get myself back into chewing, back into having food go down my esophagus, not a drink, because I was living off of a drink every single day. And then I was so afraid to eat because of the pain that I had got. The pain was so intense that I was like, I'm never eating again, So he was there. He was like, I'm going to be here to hold you. Whatever you go through, if you eat this pancake, I'm going to be here. Okay? So don't worry. So I ate the pancake and went down. And I just started feeling like a little bit of pain. So I drank some Mylanta and it went right away. And that's how I got myself back into eating. So it was a process. The reason why he wanted me to eat is because he would go out and buy all his food. I would cook it up, and it'd be so tasty, and they want me to sit down and eat with them. And I couldn't do it because I was so sick. But where I'm going with this is, it took that process for me to get myself back, my belly. And then it started to expand a little bit because my belly was very, very small. I could drink a can of Ensure. And you know how big Ensure is, like this big. And I would be full. Okay? So my stomach gets very, very small. And I can't hold for so much. So I could eat a little bit of something and I'm good. Like last night, I came home from work and I was wrong for doing this. Bad Jackie. I ate 3 pieces of Texas toast because I was so tired and went to bed. And I was fine. I didn't have no meat. I didn't have no vegetable. 3 Texas toast. Went to sleep. Like I ate a meal. Because that's how small my stomach is. And my stomach is getting smaller and smaller. But the smaller your stomach gets, the higher your metabolism, if you're eating right, then the food will burn off fast and then you can eat more frequent. And this is where the every 3 hour thing comes in, when you eat every 3 hours instead of having big meals, okay? You just eat a little bit now, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, and that's how our body burns, and I had to learn these things. So I've been going through this stuff with my belly since I was 17, so I've been on nutrition since I was 17. So it's been a battle, and then for me to come to Charlotte and be bullied about my nutrition and the things that I eat, it can actually mess with your mind a little bit. Like all these years I've been living like this, and they trying to tell me that I'm wrong because I'm living like this. No, now the whole world is living like me. You know what I mean? So I felt some kind of way. And now they're starting to see the whole world right along with me. Okay? So I can appreciate that now, But now I'm getting back into my way of eating and my lifestyle, because it's a lifestyle right along with a healthy benefit, but it's still a lifestyle, like the people where I was hanging out recently, in Matthews, Waxhaw, Mid-Hill, those people eat like me, so I'm able to fit in. And that's why I was more comfortable in the suburban areas, because they already eat like me, It's these city people that got to have all these collard greens and have all this macaroni and cheese and this fried chicken, Those are the ones that was trying to come at me about my eating, you know what I mean? Because I was so small, But I'm getting this weight back off, y'all. But I have to do it healthy and do it in my time. You know what I mean? I can't just rush and not eat and go on water diets and all that other stuff. No, I have to do it in my time. And it can be very expensive. This is why I don't, like I tell people every day, I don't own a Benz because my eating habits are so high, okay? I couldn't afford it, okay? And I've fed my kids like this. That's why, even though my grandson, he's a very healthy kid, because he's always eating what I've eaten. I mean, he would go out and cheat and eat some other stuff when he had with his friends. But for the most part, he was very healthy. Never got caught a cold. Once in a blue, he would catch a cold, or he'd get a stomach virus because he'd eat something that's been in the refrigerator for forever. Or he'll leave pizza out and then eat it, and everybody knows you can't eat pizza after it's been left out overnight. It can really make you sick. So, other than that, he didn't catch colds, none of that. My son, only thing he had was allergy issues. In Egypt, she very rarely gets sick, and this is because I feed my family in this health realm. It's not just me. I take care of my whole family. Now, my significant other, he fights me on a lot of things. He don't want to eat